Showing. Can y'all hear me? Okay, good. Looks like it. Good afternoon. Thank you all for being here. Sorry I'm a little late. I was reading the chat uh, while the intro was playing. You guys are out of control in the chat. Wicked Crafter, Wendy, Holly, Amy, PJ, Indy, Hollow, Fauntleroy. That's all right. We'll see you on the gang. Love you so much. Link Webster, Mac Attack, Honey West, Principal Todd, showing their whole ass in the chat. You are a treasure, Principal Todd. Principal Todd says, the day I take tips from Clara is the day I decide to end things. Dr. Phil would take one look at Clara, throw up, and shout, it's no use. Pull the fucking plug. Too funny. AK says, Clara told me she wouldn't share stock tips with me because I'm a see you next Tuesday. Hey, Sasha. Too funny. Also, AK let us all know that Clara told her that Ron lost all of her money listening to her stock tips. AK claims that is what Clara told her when she was giving her legal advice she never asked for. I remember you going over that, AK. I think that was one of the first streams that I watched of yours. Gothic, hello. Principal Todd again. At the end of the day, blowing Tucker and answering phones at Fox to book guests is her only claim to fame. Ooh, I bet this stings a little, doesn't it, Clarahondra? Does that one sting every time Principal Todd sticks it in? Emotional support muffin. Hello. How are you? Becca James. Hello. Salada. Liz. Deb. Hello. Jojo. Happy Ben and Gracie lurking in the background. We love our lurkers. We love our silent watchers. We love our replay gang. Everybody has a place. As they say in the theater, there are no small parts, only small people. All right. Ashley Eaton. Hello. Charlotte. Ruby. Christina. Autumn. Agent of Chaos. Jean. Goodbye, Kyle. Kissed by Fire. Rena. Mandy 77. Barbara. Agony Jones. Hello. Hey, girl. Hey. Sharon. Catacorn. Did I say hi to you yet? Can't remember. Hey, Danny Jean. Holly Big Mac. Wicked Crafter. Canby. Hellfire. Wendy. Ms. Monster. Kalari. Nice to see you. I saw you in the support group this morning. You said something that had me cracking up. Catacorn Mermaid, Lily Pad, Emotional Gangsta. Let's go, Samantha Jean. Hey, Tally 420, glad you're here. Oh, hell no. I saw you in the support group as well. Oh, hell no has decided, final fucking answer, that the reason why Salah is not in Bangkok, Thailand with Chantal is because Salah has a wife who was given birth or is about to give birth. And that's it. Final fucking answer for oh hell no. So noted, duly noted, oh hell no. And if and when it comes out, if that's the case, don't worry, we will make sure that you are given credit where it's due. Pinky Pink, Kimberlina D, hello. Alex Glitter is here. Alex Glitter and AK had yet again last night another banging fucking live stream. They both have wrenches. Feel free to drop the link in the chat if you guys missed it. Catch their replay gang after this one. Janine Cook, hello. Maritz's live. Just Mo, very good. Nice to see you. Very good. Very good says the hag giving out stock tips and legal advice. Truly a cosmopolitan witch. I don't know where my dogs are going. Why don't you just lay it down? No one's getting up to let you out. You're in here with me. You made your decision. DG said DC has no good advice ever, where she's going to tell us all about hiding her money. And we're going to hear about it today from her own mouth. Cassandra, Built to Spill, Bunny Melon, Last Minute Laura, hello, Mr. Cardigan Girl, present and behaving. I doubt it. Mrs. ZO2, nice to see you. Hello, Sam Tastic, always nice to see you as well, girl. Missing Mimic, Queenly, hello, nice to see you. All right, well, I have a lot to go over. We're going to be a little all over the place. Hopefully not too ADHD, or is it ADD? I'm certainly not hyper. I wouldn't be this fat if I were hyper. I've been a little ADD today, but I'm trying to rein it in, and I think I got myself organized enough to where we'll be able to get through this. We didn't get through a whole lot of the stream yesterday. If you missed yesterday's live stream, Yaba was on with me. Channel announcements. Starting yesterday on Mondays, Yaba will be live on my channel with me after the support group meeting, and we will close out the week on Fridays. I will go live with her during the support group. So don't miss that. If you missed it yesterday, go back and watch it. We didn't get really far in watching Clara's comeback video. And then, of course, Chantel uploaded surprise from Thailand. But it was a good time. Hey, Sassy Mama. Nice to see you. Andrea, hello. All right. So we're going to be going a little bit back to that. We're just going to be kind of all over the place. So it's totally fine. First, though, what time is it? It's 12:38. I have this video of Clara talking about Ron. In fact, it's titled Clara Frank talking about Ronald Corbin, threats and defamation. I kind of want to look at that. It's an oldie but goodie. It's 10 minutes long. Hey, Holly Big Mac. Thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever Basic Betty, you shall be. Arts and Crafts. Nice to see you. We'll come back to that. Let's see. Where to begin? I think let's start here with Clara Hondra talking the other day, crying out people invading her privacy. Not that one. This one. All right. So I had to search the transcript to find the parts I was looking for, but this is Saturday night's stream. DC returns. Welcome me back. Let's roast some garlic. 16 minutes, 19 seconds is where we're at. Can I get back up there? Lord have mercy. Are we sharing? We are. Okay. Do we need the chat? Yeah, I think we'll leave the chat up. That's totally fine. All right, let's see what DC has to say about people invading her privacy. Hey, Two Cardinals, glad you're here. You are just in time. Tammy D, you're just in time as well. Thank you for being here. Let me turn my volume up. There we go.
Our internet is driving me crazy. Some of you decided that you were going to make money by invading our fucking privacy, by going into our real lives, by interviewing people that we know personally.
I'm sorry, but nobody, I mean, sure. Belinda interviewed people you know privately, personally. I guess you could say I did as well. But these, I'm pretty sure you're talking about Zeeth. And that's somebody that, yes, was known privately, personally to you and Ronaldo. But you guys brought them to the internet. You put them on your channels. That's how we met them and got to know them. And then it was your friends, Zeeth and his girlfriend, Casey. They came over to the YouTubies. And as we all know, that's totally fair game, you know, when they come over here. So I don't know what you're crying about. Maybe take that up with your people you know in your personal life and tell them not to come over to the YouTubies and start running their cocksuckers and y'all fall out. I don't know.
An effort to humor.
Oh, yes, that's right, Alex. Belinda says she still talks to Casey. Present day, she talks to Casey. That's right. She's, in fact, allegedly, she spoke with Casey just a few days ago. Conveniently. Remember when that whole DCS, APS, Belinda didn't have the story straight before she came over here and blew her wad about it. And then she had to backtrack and expose the fact that she's a lying liar who lies. I digress. Hey, Francis.
Humiliate Negs in an effort to humiliate me. Some of you showed DMs that were highly embarrassing, written during a period where things were rocky, a period that has since passed, thank God. And you decided that you were going to monetize private conversations that had nothing to fucking do with you.
Oh, no, not private DM conversations that had nothing to effing do with you. Oh, was your privacy invaded by people showing private DM conversations that got leaked out there? Well, you're such a victim. You're right. The outrage, the absolute outrage, Clara. What were we all thinking? You are such a victim. Oh my. Oh my. But what about the invasion of our privacy, our family's privacy, when you and your female boyfriend somehow obtained confidential DCS investigation reports and then not only plastered them up on the screen on the internet, but read them and talked about them over and over and over and over. What about that? And in order for these private DM messages of yours to be getting out there for all of us to see and enjoy, I mean, those are conversations you're having with other people on the internet who you fucked around and found out with. And they said, "Hey, look at my private conversation." We're looking at their private conversations, not yours. You just happen to be involved in them. See, Clara.
Well, I have news for you. I have news for you.
Oh.
My I'm
Hey, yeah, that's right. Very good. She also read my background check on a live stream. Yeah, you did that. Remember, you showed my social security number and everything? I remember.
to start privacy striking everybody. Everybody.
Oh gosh, she's gonna start privacy striking people for what? Wait, what is she privacy striking people for? For sharing her DMs?
I'm going to start privacy striking anybody who invades our privacy, anyone who shows DMs that were not exchanged with them personally.
You're going to be a busy little bee, aren't you?
I'm going to start privacy striking a lot of channels. And if you don't like it, I could give a fuck less.
I should probably start checking my email more frequently. Sometimes I don't check my email for days. Then I open it up and it's like, YouTube legal team, we want to talk to you about a privacy complaint we received. You've got 2 days to take this shit down or else. And I'll be like, damn, according to Google, this was 6 days ago. Is my channel still standing? Spoiler. It is. And they never take my shit down. Although, why are you wasting your time? Why are you wasting your time with that, Clara? Did you know that them taking videos down for privacy complaints no longer results in a strike? It just results in the video coming down, which lucky for me, my shit's archived all over the place. So nothing's ever really lost over here, is it? No, it's not. For real, you don't even get a strike. Who was that? The dildo? That's why they thought I was on 2 strikes. Oh, okay, that makes sense now. You know, Ron keeps saying, Sam's on 2 strikes, third when she's out. Because I had 2 of my videos taken down recently for privacy. I forget. I know one was the dildo, and then there was another one. I don't even remember which one it was. I don't remember. But both were for privacy. Oh, wait. Is that how they got down the That's how they got down the live from Connorsville one. When I went live from my car in Connorsville after Clara's malicious EPO filing hearing on August 2nd. Yeah, they made some kind of privacy claim as how they got it took down. That's why they think I'm on 2 strikes. Oh, honey, I'm here to tell you. I hate to break it to you, Madam Corbineau, and your female boyfriend, because both of you seem to think that's the way to go these days. Yeah, no, YouTube no longer issues you a strike for privacy. They'll take your shit down, but you're not getting a strike. That's why he thinks I'm on 2 strikes. Well, whatever. I mean, if you must, why did that just start playing? Hold on. Anyway, continue.
I just don't care.
Hold on.
I'm going to start privacy striking a lot of channels. And if you don't like it, I could give a fuck less. I just don't care.
I love it. She's going to waste her time privacy striking channels for no reason. That's great.
But I am tired of the hypocrisy and the horse shit in this community. And I am tired of our lives.
Oh, hell no, says, isn't she ban evading on YouTube? She is. So you might want to pipe down over there, Madam Corbineau, not bring any attention from the powers that be at the YouTube over to your ban evading channel. I don't know. I, for one, can't be bothered to report, for one. For two, I don't mind that Clara's on YouTube. It makes her easier to find. Who wants to try to keep up with these people over on the Rumble or, heaven forbid, the Live Me? No, it's just easier this way for me. Anyway. Unplug Clara. You and Ronaldo can't handle the internet. Oh, Wendy's like, I reported her 3 times.
Being used to
let me guess.
Reach out.
Here's my prediction. My prediction is that the DC Returns channel is not only going to stay up, but it will be monetized, and they're gonna go about it the same way that Ronaldo went about getting himself back on eBay in good standing, and eBay won't take him off the platform because they're putting it in somebody else's name, allegedly. That's my opinion. That's my professional opinion based on my experience as a YouTube content creator for going on 8 years now. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it happen many times. So that's going to be my prediction. So honestly, I wouldn't even worry, or I wouldn't even waste your time reporting for Vanivating. I mean, report if you must, if that's your thing. But I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a waste of time. Whatever. Hey, Poison Candy Apple. Alex Glitter says it's funny they took that down, which is the evidence that you didn't have malicious intent. Now the story has changed to Sam had a gun. I mean, yeah, they took it down, but it is uploaded elsewhere, and Ron himself reviewed it. In fact, when he reviewed it, he specifically said, I heard Sam said she had a gun. Does anybody have the clip? Can anyone send me the clip? And no one can send him the clip. So he was like, so that's okay. I've got her deleted stream and we'll watch it. And he did. Remember that? Was it Friday night? What day was that? August 7th or August 9th? I can't remember. And he was live for like 3.5 hours in the middle of the night, and he watched every fucking word of it and never heard me say that. But yet, Madam Corbino over here keeps repeating that as if it were fact. Also, I'll have you know, even if I had a firearm in my possession on August the 2nd when I was in Connersville, I'm allowed to. I wasn't stalking anybody. I wasn't harassing anybody. And seeing as how when Clara got a 10-minute head start leaving the courthouse, knowing that I was forced to sit there for 10 minutes before I was able to leave with no escort out of the building, no way to protect myself. Clara not only asks the judge for and is granted a 10-minute head start on me, she then goes on the internet afterwards and says proudly that she got a 10-minute head start on me so she could go home and what was it she said? Fetch her dainty Smith and Wesson girl. And then she and Ronaldo go online on camera and admit that when Clara told Ron I was in Connersville, Ron armed himself and went looking for me. Ron said, I went looking for you, bitch, to make sure you got out of my town, bitch. Something like that along those lines. So yes, please go to the police and tell them that I was, quote, stalking you and came to your town with a gun. By all means, you tell them whatever you feel you need to tell them. And I would hate for you to get hemmed up for filing a false police report on top of all of that. Now, what would make you think that Ronaldo and Clara Hondra would be the type to file a false police report on somebody? Ron said himself on his Rumble live stream channel that if he ever hears that I'm in Connersville, Indiana again, he intends to call the police, give them the make and model and license plate of my vehicle, and tell them which route I will be taking in and out of town. And he intends to tell them that I have guns and drugs in my vehicle. See how none of this is going to turn out well for either one of you. If you continue to play stupid games, you shall win stupid prizes. You might want to knock this shut off, Madam Corbino, or don't. Either way about it for me is fine.
To people in this community, I mean Connersville, to reach out to people on Facebook, to reach out to former bandmates, to reach out to former friends, believe every word that they say. I've had
might I remind you guys that tyrant's downfall that Ron somehow infiltrated and involved himself with was made up of fine, upstanding citizens in the Connersville community, to include, I believe, not only a Connersville police officer, but a Fayette County Sheriff's Department deputy as well. I could be mistaken, but it's my recollection that there were 2 members of law enforcement involved in that band. And don't you think that lucky for them, lucky for those fine, upstanding, law-abiding citizens, they did not they were saved from, potential problems having employed unwittingly and unknowingly um an alleged speed freak. Wasn't it just a few months later that Ronaldo put together Death Monarch, where he employed Zeeth as a band member and later some other fellow whose name I can't recall. Was it Dylan? Dustin? I don't know. You guys have to remind me. And now it's come out months later that during that time when he was part of Death Monarch after being fired by the law enforcement officers involved with Tyrant's downfall, it has been exposed that Ronaldo, in fact, was seeking to purchase speed, is what the messages showed. Other messages showed that he indeed, in fact, used and was under the influence of said speed that he was seeking. I would say that, the whole the debacle, if you, for lack of a better term, Madam Corbineau, regarding Ron Corbin and Tyrant's downfall, that's probably something that, I don't know, when it was all said and done, maybe you guys just shouldn't be talking about that either. Maybe just let that one lie. I don't know. However you want to do it, though, it's
Had
fine.
enough. I've had enough. And the
You've had enough. She's had enough.
lies continue. They continue.
The lies do continue, don't they?
Many of you are continuing to repeat accusations with zero proof.
God, she's so annoying.
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Samantha came to Connersville to stalk me on 2 occasions and she had a gun. You damn well better have proof that I am a dangerous stalker who's come to your town on 2 occasions to stalk you and that I have had a loaded weapon with me. Ma'am, why don't you just knock that shit off?
And I have reached a point now.
Mhm.
I've reached a point where I am sick of people reaching into my pocket to pickpocket me and rob me.
Hasn't she been saying this for like 2 years now that she has finally reached a point where she is sick of it and she has had it and she's fed up and she's fighting back and she's going to destroy anybody who dares cross her or her family? Anita Berber says, seems like text soliciting drugs are proof, right?
I am
Oh no, Sam went to our Wendy's and bought a biggie bag. Exactly. Literally. The restaurant where I went to, the Wendy's where I purchased the biggie bag while live on my YouTube channel was like 2 blocks over from the courthouse. Came nowhere near you or your stupid family, nor did I intend to. Nicketh Peen, thank you for being here. Jen Easy, hello. Gorley Wood, that bish. She is constantly chastising haters. If I was a chatter and actually liked her, I'd be so annoyed. She used to say, "Oh, Hussy's cat, we're going to get to that." She used to say YouTube is a hobby for her and she didn't need the money. That's what she used to say. You're right, Hussy's cat. She did, didn't she?
sick of people encouraging others to reach into my pocket and rob me. And I am sick of people thinking that they can get away with these fucking lies month after month, year after year. And I'm going to be sitting down and I'm going to be coming up with a plan. A plan.
Now? I thought you had a plan. I thought you've been putting that plan in action ever since you got your dead aunt's money and you started handing it over to lawyers. I thought that was your plan. What is she talking about? I thought she had a plan. When was it that she put that thing on the internet, that screenshot of what was it, phase 1, 2, and 3 of something that she wanted us to believe was some sort of cause of action against my wife and I? When was that? in like April or some shit. I don't even have the screenshot of it. It was so ridiculous. That's it, guys. Now I'm fed up and I'm going to sit down and come up with a plan. And an old stream, Yaba reviewed where DC said even her best performing streams only made about $20.
Because I'm tired of it. No one deserves to be lied about this much.
Girl, stop it. No one deserves you. Listen, I said it on Twitter last night and I'm going to say it again. The minute you and your female boyfriend posted that DCS report regarding the essay of our 4-year-old family member, you effectively destroyed any path towards any sort of claim in any sort of civil court against us. So, I mean, why don't you spend some time defending yourself and worrying about that case Hussey has you hemmed up in over there in Washington, D.C.? Seems to me if you put a little more time into that case the first go around, you would probably be $20,000 to $30,000 richer. Because she had to hand over, I think it was a total of $10,000 so far directly to Hussey, and that doesn't include all of the lawyer's fees. Get out of here. Maybe that should be your plan. To spend more time on that and get your ass out of that situation. Or don't. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. DC, can you prove that people are lying about you? She has nothing. Nothing.
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Yeah, you goddamn well better have proof.
And I sure as fuck do not deserve to have a bunch of content creators prop up a woman who is a liar, who has been a liar, who is an absolute psychotic lunatic to the point.
Those are harsh words that you're saying about me. And I seem to recall during that TRO hearing, the first civil slander, libel, defamation lawsuit that Hussey brought down on your head, I seem to remember these exact types of words being said repeatedly, and you ended up getting smacked with a TRO and had to write a big fat check over to Hussey for those words. And now look at the two of you. Yes, you and Ronaldo. You're using the same words against us that got your ass in big fat fucking trouble with Hussey. And let me tell you something, ma'am. We are not Husseth Jean. All right. And we're in the same state. You are biting off way, way more than your dental work can chew. You might want to simmer the fuck down, ma'am.
Point where she feels emboldened enough that she comes to my town with a fucking firearm in her car.
She just keeps saying it and keeps saying it and keeps saying it. I mean, what, if you say it enough, somehow you'll become a victim of something? Is that what you're going for here? Do you think that maybe if, I don't know, in the very near or immediate future that attorneys or courts or maybe even law enforcement might be watching clips or links of anything that you feel it's very important that you state over and over and over that Samantha came to my town to stalk me with a gun? And you think that's going to help you? I mean, I just don't understand. I'm just talking things through. I'm trying to figure out why it's so important, because this just started like Saturday when she, came back to YouTube. Her really driving it home that Samantha had a gun. Samantha had a gun. She was here to stalk me. She had a gun. Why do you keep saying that? I don't. And if that's the case, if I really came to your town and I committed criminal harassment and stalking and I had a loaded firearm and you're so fucking sure that what you're saying is the truth, then why have you not filed a police report on that and gotten the ball rolling there? Oh, that's right, because you know you're full of shit. And this is just a performance on the internet to try to get your ass out of some hot water? Well, you ain't putting that toothpaste back in the tube, are ya? No, you're not. Borking, thank you so much for the super chat, hun. She doesn't deserve that being said, but the 4-year-old deserves her publishing that report. Exactly. And not just Madam Corbineau. It was Ron Corbin. It was Colby Hernandez. Who else? Oh, that's right. Amber Murphy. Which Amber Murphy? You better hope to God. Amber Murphy, you had better hope to the felony fucking probation gods that the state of Indiana does not have time to give a fuck about what you all did with that 4-year-old girl's confidential DCS report online. You better fucking hope to God they don't give a fuck. Because trust and believe your name will be on the short list should the state of Indiana decide they give a fuck about what you and Ron and Clara and Colby did with that report.
That is what a lot of you did. That is the monster that a lot of you created because you thought what? That it was funny, that I had it coming, that Negs had it coming, that we deserve to live in fear from people on the internet. You all participated in it. You all did. And I hold a lot of you responsible.
Look at Ron in the chat. Old double dutch over there. You guys remember what a double dutch is? We learned about it yesterday in the stream. Thanks to Principal Todd. He explained it on Twitter what a double dutch is. Look at old double dutch in the chat over there. Remember MFW's reign of terror?
And I am in the mood for
Janine Cook, this is slander.
Participated in it. You all did. And I hold a lot of you responsible. And I am in the mood for some goddamn revenge.
Pardon me. I just need 1 second. Lisa Simpson says motive, revenge. Jojo Cannon said that's exactly why she's made up this thing with the gun, because she knows that Ron may get in trouble for all his death threats and brandishing. That's right. Where are we at here? 1942. Jesus, did y'all hear that snoring ass dog back there? Fauntleroy, thank you so much for the super chat. Fauntleroy comes in, says he's not double dutch, he's circle jerk. That was a banger. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. We'll leave that there for just a minute.
I want you to listen to me very clearly. Goddamn revenge. I am in the mood for some goddamn revenge. I want you to listen to me very clearly. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, I'm not playing with you people anymore. Well better have I'm not playing this game of you guys going into my DMs and being friendly and going on stream and dragging me for filth and lying about me. Those days are over. Those days are over. Because you all put us in a position where we were put in danger. Our lives were put in danger. And I don't forgive. I do not forgive that. Not now, not ever. Not ever. And I also do not forgive people who target people in my community. I don't forgive. You dragged me, you dragged Negs, you dragged our family, you dragged Negs' mother into it. No.
No, Ron dragged his mother into it. Like an out of control, petulant child. Besides, his mother willingly participates. What's her name over there on the live me? Is it Tracy or something? What's her name? I have the screenshots. She's a participant. She's a viewer, just like everybody else. Plus, she's responsible for the man he is today, is she not? Oh, Taylor. Thank you. Last minute, Laura. Taylor. What did I say? Hey, Street Carp. Lord.
And I don't forgive. There are certain people that I've forgiven because what they did was pretty tame and, kind of harm.
That's one of my favorite parts, I swear. When she says, and I don't forgive. I'm a big badass bitch and I don't forgive. Well, I mean, except for, some people like, let's see, the Kiwi Farmers, Belinda, Gigi, Damn it, Amber. Just them. Hold on, I want to get a timestamp for that because that I want to put on the board. I don't forgive. Well, except for some people. Nice to see you, Strawberry Douche. Glad you could be here. Best of luck on your channel, Clara. You fucking joke. You're a joke. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat. I bet she thought this would get Ron in the mood. Oh, I'm sure if Ron could get in the mood, he probably would have. This is good shit. Hold on. 2052? Is that good?
And I don't forgive.
Yes, 2052.
There are certain people that I've forgiven because what they did was pretty tame and, kind of harmless. And they were misled. And they have small channels and small communities. And so they didn't know any better. But all the people that I'm mentioning now, they all knew better. They all did.
That's right, guys. Belinda didn't know better. Neither did Strawberry Douche. Neither did Pink Lava. Neither did all of LOL Oil. Most certainly, Gigi didn't know any better neither.
They all did. So I've got that.
That's funny, Clara, because I feel like you knew better too. And your female boyfriend most definitely knew better. Did she not? Look at Damn it, Amber in the chat. It's different for you. You have to deal with them IRL. Wicked Crafter, thank you so much for the super chat, hon. He's in the mood for a cracker bees. Ew. Oh my God. I seen something Principal Todd said in the chat before the live stream started.
Lunatic Amy, AK, who is out there claiming that Strawberry Douche is sending me secret signals on kiwi farms. And
hey, goofy, dumb, goofy hoe bitch. Glad you can make it. No, AK is not saying that Strawberry Douche is sending you secret signals on the kiwi farms. No, we, all of us, me, Yaba, AK, I'm sure Alex as well. We are saying that Strawberry Douche is telling you exactly what the fuck you are to do, and you are following orders, and we are all watching it play out in real time, and it's fucking great. Where's the screenshot? Alex, I know you have it. Where's the screenshot of Strawberry Douche telling her to march her ass down to the Connersville Police Department and file a police report on Tragic? What is that? What is this horse shit? I feel like this should be noted as well. And this could just be another example of how they take, they just flat out fucking lie. AK saying that Strawberry Juice is sending me secret spy signals. No, bitch. She's telling you exactly what to do. You sent it in the DMs yesterday? Yes. See, I knew I'd seen it somewhere. Hold on. Gross. He's married to his mom. That's funny. Ah, here it is. Oh, that's right. In fact, she used the word trot. She said, trot your ass down there to the police station. This was on May 26, 2024. Here it is right here. Secret coded. What'd she say? Hold on. Let me go back and listen. Oh, shit. I've lost my window yet again. Oh, I don't need that there.
Marching in lockstep, me CK, who is out there claiming that Strawberry Douche is sending me secret signals on kiwi farms and that I am marching in lockstep
Hold on. I just want to write this down. 21. That's what we'll call it.
With her. Amy, I have to tell you something. This is going to be a little bit difficult for you to understand. I have never communicated with Strawberry Douche.
I mean, then how do you explain this? How do you explain this? May 26th. Now trot your ass to the police station and file a police report. Then, bitch, show it. She did all of those things. Don't blow this golden chance to get him charged, Clara, and put an end to his reign of terror and death threats. Isn't that what Ron just said in the chat about MFW? Didn't he describe it as her reign of terror? In fact, you guys don't know this because you weren't there, but I was. And you can go back to my live from Connorsville live stream right after this court hearing and hear me say it. Clara, in her EPO filing and in her testimony during the EPO hearing against Tragic, used the term reign of terror repeatedly. Repeatedly. Get the fucking transcripts. Get them. Reign of terror. And here we have old Ronaldo right here. Look at that. Where is it? Look at that. Remember MFW's reign of terror? Somebody needs to request the transcripts from the hearing. I'm telling you. Literally word for fucking word. You went down there. Did Strawberry Douche write the police report and the EPO petition for you? She did, didn't she? She slipped it into your email, into your Proton mail, didn't she? Didn't you, Aaliyah Alexander, true and honest fan of the KiwiFarms.net? Now trot your ass to the police station and file a police report. Then, bitch, show it. Don't blow this golden chance to get him charged, Clara, and put an end to his reign of terror and death threats. Even though the targets have said death threats are sucking his dick like it has the cure for fat and stupid in it. You are so, what's the word, Aaliyah Alexander? You're so edgy, bro. So edgy.
The only times that I have had any interaction with her has been in somebody's.
Oh, isn't Strawberry Douche in Clara's chat all the time? Yes, two Cardinals. In fact, she will show up in this chat. Damn it, Amber goes in initially and she's, securing the safety of the grift gang and fan fiction farmer friends. And then they all they all come in like at the same time. It's great. Borking, thank you so much for the stupid chat, girl. She has never had an original idea in her life. Who? Belinda? Clara? All of the above.
Chat. Mine, Negs's, somebody else's chat.
Hold on.
I have never communicated with Strawberry Douche. The only times that
she's never communicated with Strawberry Douche. Hey, Daisy Rose.
I have had any interaction with her has been in somebody's chat. Mine, Negs's, somebody else's chat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you don't read the Kiwi Farms? You don't see the post that Aaliyah Alexander, aka Strawberry Douche, pens and she speaks directly to you? It's just a coincidence that days before you filed the police report on Tragic and the EPO using the terms reign of terror, that Strawberry Douche directed you on the farms to do just that using those words? Okay, Clara.
I have never emailed her. I don't know if she's on Twitter. I don't know if she's here on a sock account. I don't know anything. Okay.
I can assure you that Clara Hondra over there is talking to Olive LOL Oil in the DMs. Maybe Pink Lava. Because Olive Oil, she really is just kind of a joke. She's the stove runner. Everyone feels the energy from her. They know if it's Olive Oil coming over to your chat, that is a low level operation that she's been assigned. So it may be Pink Lava. Strawberry Juice is a lot like Ron. Aaliyah's a lot like Ron in that she likes to keep her hands clean. She sends other people out to, well, do what she says. Yeah, Daisy Rose. Olive Oil is the stove runner.
I have never communicated
Nobody wants to be
privately
the
with
seller on
Strawberry
olive
Douche.
oil.
But if you want to go to the police and you want to report me and you want to file a police report because I filed an EPO on a man who sent the fire and police department to our store, go ahead.
Wait, who's she talking to? Is she talking to me or AK? I'm a little lost. Why don't you file a police report if you're so threatened?
I cannot wait to see if the Connorsville police pull up here to arrest me for filing an EPO on a man who tried to sabotage our business. I can't wait. And I can't wait. I wish that this case would move forward. I would love to see the expression on a judge's face when you show him your beautiful mind yarn designs, making a connection between myself and Strawberry Douche and olive oil. I don't know anybody named Nazarin or Nazarin. I don't know anyone by that name. That is not olive oil. I would love for you to tell a judge in Maryland, Indiana, whatever state, that I am involved in a plot with a bunch of people I've never spoken to. I mean, I've DM'd with olive oil, sure. I have never.
There we have it, olive oil. Jeez, Clara. You don't even pull the attention of a pink lava. That's funny. You get assigned olive oil. I love that for you.
Never ever communicated privately with Strawberry Douche. Get that through your thick skull.
What the hell is the clapping? That's right. The Strawberry Douche only communicates privately with Beg Linda. Who else? Cecil McFly. Hey, Ivana, be careful what you wish for, DC. You dared Hussey to sue you, and he did, and now look at you, stuck in never-ending lawsuit. That's right. And what? What are you up to? 25, 30, $40,000 gone. Poof. Because you dared Hussey to sue you, you dumb bitch. But please keep running your mouth and clapping your hands like this when you talk. Do this because you're so fucking smart. Mr. Carden Girl, who is MFW, Ms. Fucking Wonderful. She's from the OGDC days. She's hanging on for dear life somewhere out there in the internet stratosphere somewhere. And when I say hanging on for dear life, I mean by a fucking thread.
But I
Totally fine. I, for one, enjoy getting the new people up to speed on all of the lore, of which I am a subject matter expert, which is not all of the lore, but it's a lot of it.
just for the
Keisha. Hi, Keisha. Oh my God. Oh my God. Who is that? Kimberlina? Speaking of which, look what I did. I fixed it. Hi, Keisha. 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 Sorry. I couldn't get it to stop. AK says she's still slandering him every time she says he made that call. I'm counting, Clara. I promise you'll see it again. I love it. What else do we have?
Severe microphone issues.
Hey, Pink Lava. How you doing, darling?
Sam.
And the reason why
Talking about you.
No, and my personal favorite at the moment.
Listen, I squashed my beef with the gaining ground and apologize for any inappropriate remarks I made, and I regret them.
You dumb fuck. You and the gaining ground. Couple of dumb fucks. And this dumb fuck.
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Yeah, you goddamn well better have proof. Fuck you.
The entertainment value, I would love to see a judge listen.
Then fucking do something, man. Bring yourself in front of a judge. That's what you want to see so bad. Do it. Make it happen, girl. You got all these lawyers and all this money, don't you? It really is mind-boggling to hear these words come out of Clara's mouth in August of 2024, considering the fact that, I mean, before you know it, we're going on 2 years that she will have been tied up in the Washington, D.C. courts with these lawsuits with Hussey after she filed on him thinking she was so clever and so quirky. And then she fucked around and dared him to sue her back, and he did. And now look at you. I just can't. It's like, it's shocking. It's true. I literally just, when they say, "Oh, I scratched my head," I literally just was like, I'm like scratching my head, not because it itches, because I'm just so fucking mind boggled. It's not even like, the Hussey case was 2023 and yeah, it was annoying for a couple of months and she had to pay an attorney to handle it, but it was settled, and there's a non-disclosure and a non-disparagement and everybody's been abiding by it and it's over and done with. It's almost a year since she settled, which it was. She settled in October. Going on a year. It's been settled for a year. No, that thing blew up again literally fucking immediately. She got smacked with a demand letter from Hussey's lawyer because Ron ran his cocksuck and violated the agreement. She had to shell out more money. Then they did it again. Then she got smacked with a, what is it? How much is she suing? Are they suing her for? $300,000 breach of contract that she's in the middle of that is not going to go away because Hussey was lucky enough to find that now Maxwell is the junkyard dog attorney. Clara likes to threaten people with, "You let's see how Sam does in court against a real junkyard attorney." The only junkyard attorney I see around here is Robert fucking Maxwell. And that motherfucker, he's taking this shit personally. He is making an example out of you, Clara. Is it 500,000? Whatever it is an obscene amount of money. Obscene. So no, like just watching this, if you didn't know, like where is that Mr. Mr. Cardigan girl? Who's there he is, Mr. or she, I don't know, Mr. Cardigan girl. Like, are you up to speed on the Clara Hussey lawsuit stuff? Or is that kind of new to you? I would love to know what somebody who didn't know anything really about the Clara Hussey stuff and is only seeing her talk here to us about this stuff. I would love to know what from that perspective. It's all new. Can you believe that the woman you're watching here on my live stream today, Mr. Cardigan girl, has been wrapped up in a civil lawsuit that she has been taking loss after loss after loss in for over a year and a half? That she has had to pay out of pocket. When I say what, $20,000, $30,000 that she's had to come out of pocket because of that lawsuit, I'm not exaggerating, Mr. Cardigan girl. She hired a Washington, D.C. attorney, paid her a butt ton of money. She settled the case for $7,500, got smacked again immediately with a $2,500 demand, and she paid it. Then she got sued. After that, they came back and filed a new lawsuit, breach of contract, that she had to hire a new attorney for, a new Washington, D.C. attorney. While all that's going on, this bitch is over here on her brand new ban-evading YouTube channel, running her cocksucker to me and AK and Yaba as if she's going to fucking do something. This woman is out of her mind. This shit is bonkers. She should probably she should be under some sort of like conservatorship or something. But it's my understanding there's no one around to do that. She would literally have to like become a ward of the state or something. And then they would have to like put her under a conservatorship because this woman cannot be in her right fucking mind. Like she literally cannot be. And then all this wild shit about you're stalking me and you've got guns and we're threatened and we took our kid out of school and just like she's bonkers. Police, guns. Like, who? I'm surprised. And here she is talking about, I want to see this coming back in front of a judge. I would love to see this in front of a judge. I would love to see what a judge says. Honey, I promise you, if we end up if you end up getting yourself back in front of an Indiana judge, and if I'm involved in some fucking way, I can promise you I know what that judge will end up saying, because I will see to it. And what the judge will end up saying is this. The judge will end up saying that you need a psychological evaluation, and that will be ordered by the court. Where's my gavel? Where is it? I don't know. That's what the judge will say. They will remand your ass into custody and evaluate you. But when I get done breaking that shit down in front of a judge, you do not want to do that, ma'am. Oh, don't hire an attorney. I'll get Audrey Luxford back on it. You do it. You do that. You get Audrey back on it. I bet Audrey won't take her case again after all that bullshit. I'll bet you Audrey ain't going to touch it. I will bet my channel that Clara will never again show up in an Indiana courtroom represented by Audrey Lunsford. Ever. Ever. It will not happen.
And to you, I'd love to see you present all this evidence to your lawyer. He probably thinks you're a psychopath.
Oh my God, Nick is Peen. I've been legit listening while rock climbing. You're on the ground now again. Thank God. That had to be exhilarating. Oh, Mr. Carter Girl says, I'm a female, almost 55-year-old Gen X, husband with Hub for 26 years and married 23 years in October, born and raised in Southern Indiana. Oh, that's delightful. Mr. Cardigan Girl. Nice to meet you, girl. Girl. All right. I'll remember you're a girl because you got girl in your name. All right. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, that's so sweet. Been with your husband 26 years, married for 23. What day in October did you get married? I have to know. I have like 8 birthdays in my family in the month of October. Hey, Mons. Ivana Have Sex. Nice to see you in the chat. Ordered that defendant's motion for reconsideration is denied. Oh, it is so ordered. Stop. Hold. Nick is Peen. Is Ivana Have Sex breaking news on the defendant's motion for reconsideration? Or did we already know that was denied? I can't keep up. I remember she filed a motion for reconsideration. Nicketh Peen says, just like Donna Biederman, Clara would have to get a whole new lawyer. It's new news? Denied yesterday, Ivana? Nicketh Peen skipped that part of her morning routine, it would seem. Well, of course, we'll have to go have a look. Oh, they must have just dropped it in. It wasn't this morning. Oh, I see. Hold on. Lisa Simpson, settle down. If it was denied yesterday, it would not have been uploaded until today. Oh, Rissa says October 17th. That is one of my grandchildren's birthday. The 13th, Mr. Cardigan Girl. That is in between. No, it's not. It's the day before one of my kids' birthdays. Nicketh, would you mind getting the link and putting it in the chat so we can read the delicious decision? Clara, are you listening? Your motion asking the court for a do-over on their decision to dismiss 2 of your counts in your countersuit against Hussey has been denied. Denied. It's giving...
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Nick says, I usually check in the morning and when you start streaming, but I was rock climbing. Yes, of course. Of course you were. Mr. Cardigan Girl says, Mr. Snowflake brought me into girl world with his shaped by the algorithm. Nice. He's adorable, but probably my kid's age. Lisa Simpson says, fucking-nied. AK says, ha ha ha, you deserve worse, Clara. Motion denied. What did I tell you? Mr. Cardigan Girl, what did I tell you? I told you. So this motion we're talking about that's been denied, this is in the breach of contract lawsuit that resulted from the civil slander, libel, defamation suit that Hussey brought down on Clara, that she had to settle with him and then pay a penalty. And now she's being sued for $500,000 for breaching the contract. Half of her, she filed a countersuit on Hussey after Hussey filed the breach of contract. Clara filed a countersuit. Half of Clara's countersuit was dismissed like off top. Judge threw out 2 of the 4 counts in her countersuit. Clara's attorney filed a motion for reconsideration on the dismissed counts, and apparently it's come back today. The decision from the court is that her motion for reconsideration has been denied. How much did that cost you? You guys have to remember every single thing happening in this case between Clara and Hussey costs Clara money. It's not costing Hussey a dime. Thank you so much, Nick Peen. Let me go grab it from there. Not a dime. Also, fun fact, Mr. Cardigan Goral, if you did not know this, fun fact is that on the breach of contract lawsuit, initially Hussey sued Clara and Ron, and recently all parties agreed to drop Ron from the lawsuit because he's a broke loser and there's just no point. All right. Just a second while I pull this up so I can have a look-see at it. Christina is where says Clara has wasted a fortune on this nonsense. I love it. She has wasted a fortune, Christina, and she will waste another fortune and another before it is all said and done. You would think she would stop threatening people with court and shit while she has this bullshit going on, and she's not going to be able to wiggle her way out of this. There's no way that Hussey is going to settle for $7,500 a second time. Right, Layla? Delish. Who came in here and broke that news? Who gave us that? Nicketh Peen, don't take any offense. You know that you are the GOAT, and I appreciate all of your hard work. But I do appreciate, was that Ivana who came in here and told us? Thank you so much. You have a lot to catch up on. You don't claim them as Hoosiers. Well, Clara's not a Hoosier. In fact, do you know that Clara, while she got her Indiana driver's license officially, I believe in March of 2023, in an attempt, in my opinion, it appeared to be an attempt to thwart Hussey's civil filing that he had filed against her, the original civil slander, defamation, libel lawsuit. He filed that against her in Washington, D.C. He lives in New York City. She lived in D.C. at the time. He got her served in Washington, D.C., and she turned around and tried to get it thrown out of the D.C. court, claiming that she was an Indiana resident, even though she was served at her home in Washington, D.C. that she owned with her name on the paperwork, and she was served personally at her residence in Washington, D.C. She went real quick and went and got her an Indiana driver's license and submitted that to the D.C. court along with an affidavit saying that, and a motion to dismiss, arguing that the jurisdiction was bad because she lived in Indiana now. Anyway, point is, that was March of 2023. Fast forward to August 2nd, 2024. It's confirmed by observation on public property that Clara Hondra is still driving around Connersville, Indiana in her older model, badly damaged Hyundai Elantra with Washington, D.C. plates still registered to it, a year and a half after she moved and became a full-time resident of the state of Indiana. Where is she renewing those plates to? I mean, I don't care. I'm just saying these are the things, that we think about, but I digress. Okay, let's go over. Let's see. Opposition. Okay, motion for reconsideration was filed by Clara on August the 7th. Hussey filed a motion, opposition to the motion for reconsideration on August 13th, and on August 26th, yesterday, the order denying defendant's motion to reconsider was entered yesterday. Let's see. It is a 4-page order denying motion for reconsideration. If her name is on the home in DC, that's her residence. Yep. A license doesn't prove anything. Yep. Her name isn't on the Indiana home? No. And having DC plates, she hurt herself too. That she did that in an effort to knock the Hussey lawsuit out of jurisdiction in DC. And the reason why she wanted to knock that out of the DC jurisdiction is because Hussey just nobody in a million years thought that Hussey would find a Washington DC attorney to represent him in anything, let alone this, and then also like do it well. So she figured if she could get that lawsuit knocked out of Washington, D.C. by jurisdiction, Hussey would then have no choice but to try to find an Indiana attorney to represent him from New York. And that ain't going to happen. Anyway, again, but there was 2 reasons, though. There was another jurisdiction that she was trying to argue because at the same time that was happening in March of last year, and she was trying to get the Hussey case knocked out of D.C. jurisdiction, she was also trying to argue against MFW, Miss fucking wonderful Katie. MFW lives in Indianapolis. Well, in the suburbs of Indianapolis, which you know that because you're in Indiana. Anyway, DC had filed for a protective order on MFW in Indiana. So MFW was trying to listen to this. MFW was trying to get Clara's EPO filing dismissed based on jurisdiction. Katie was saying she's not an Indiana resident. She's a DC resident. Therefore, she's out of jurisdiction. And she tried to get thrown out of court, right? So at the same time that Clara was arguing in Indianapolis that no, I am a resident of Indiana, and therefore I should be able to file this EPO on her. She's arguing at the same time to Hussey, to the court in DC, again, that I'm a resident of Indiana and my the case should be kicked out of DC. Whole time, though, at that time, she still owned her condo in DC. It was mortgaged in her name. She was residing there more than 50% of the time. And she was served personally in person at that property. So that was a whole thing. Anyway, 4-page order denying motion for reconsideration. Pending before the court is the motion to reconsider this court's July 11th ruling granting Hussey's motion to dismiss counts 3 and 4 of defendant's counterclaim, of Clara's counterclaim. The plaintiff opposes the motion. Legal standard requests for reconsideration of interlocutory orders are governed by Rule 54, which provides that any order or other decision, however designated, that adjudicated fewer than all the claims or the rights and liabilities of fewer than all the parties does not end the action as to any of claims and parties and may be revised at any time before the entry of a judgment adjudicating all the claims and all the parties' rights and liabilities. Okay. Reconsideration is warranted as justice requires and includes considerations of whether the court has patently misunderstood a party, has made a decision outside the adversarial issues presented to the court by the parties, has made an error not of reasoning but of apprehension, or where a controlling or significant change in law or facts has occurred since the submission of the issue to the court. Okay. The burden is on the moving party to show that reconsideration is appropriate and that harm or injustice would result if reconsideration were denied. Regardless of the rule pursuant to which reconsideration is sought, it is well established that motions for reconsideration, whatever their procedural basis, cannot be used as an opportunity to re-argue facts and theories upon which a court has already ruled, nor as a vehicle for presenting theories or arguments that could have been advanced earlier. Nor can a motion for reconsideration, quote, be employed simply to rescue a litigant from strategic choices that later turn out to be, improvident? Discussion. As an initial matter, this court incorporates by reference the legal reasoning and conclusions set forth in its July 11th order. Defendant argues that this court misapplied the applicable legal standard in dismissing the claim of tortious interference with contractual or other business relationships by requiring that defendant, Clara, plead facts demonstrating that Hussey's conduct was otherwise wrongful. Do I have that the right way? I don't know. Anyway, however, nothing in this court's July the 11th order suggests that the decision to dismiss this claim was premised on a lack of alleged wrongful conduct on the part of the plaintiff. Rather, as the order clearly states, defendants, the second defendant, Ronald Corbin, was voluntarily dismissed from this action at the initial scheduling conference on July 2nd. See docket entry. That was the footnote. Rather, the order clearly states defendants allege no facts in their counterclaim that would support a reasonable inference that the statements attributed to the plaintiff were designed to intentionally interfere with their online contractual or other business relationships, would reasonably cause a subscriber or sponsor to terminate their relationship with the defendants, or that in fact Samantha Tefler or any other subscriber or sponsor canceled their subscription or sponsorship as a result. The judge knows my name. Anyway. Nothing in defendant's motion for reconsideration undermines this prior finding, and in fact, the motion only serves to further highlight the speculative and conclusory nature of defendant's claim. Clara, I'm going to share the tab. It's right here. It says nothing in defendant's motion for reconsideration undermines this prior finding. And in fact, the motion only serves to further highlight the speculative and conclusory nature of defendant's claim. That is the judge. And we are in such an early stage of this lawsuit. Really, truly, we're they haven't even done discovery or anything. I don't think they've even put together and submitted a list of witnesses or nothing. And the judge has already thrown out 2 of Clara's 4 claims and her counterclaim and her countersuit, and denied their motion for reconsideration and told them, as a matter of fact, there's nothing in your motion for reconsideration that undermines this prior finding. And in fact, the motion only serves to further highlight the speculative and conclusory nature of defendant's claim. Clara Hondra, you do a whole lot of that. You have a whole lot of speculation going on in every claim you make, both online and in these legal proceedings, don't you? You have a pattern of behavior here, ma'am. Very good. Thank you so much for the super chat, girl. You'll be hearing this a lot more soon, Clara. LMAO. Yes, she will. Where am I? Here it is. This right here. This sentence right here, Clara, if you were not such a bullheaded, hard-headed, stubborn, unfortunately, very likely to be suffering from some sort of dementia or something. If I were Clara and I were to read this order denying my motion in this lawsuit, and I read this sentence right here, I'd be like, you know what? I'm done. I need to wrap this up. I would be calling my attorney and saying, we need to start some sort of negotiations on some sort of something. Like that. I'm stupid. And the judge can see that I'm stupid. And then I really fucked up. Yes, I would be humiliated. Nicketh Peen, thank you so much for the super check, girl. Judges love being told they've got things wrong and have more of their time wasted. Love that for Klonka going forward. Indeed, as do I. Let's finish reading, shall we? Similarly, defendant's additional argument for reconsideration of the dismissal of the claim for malicious prosecution are misplaced. As this court originally noted, in order to support, hold on, wait. Let me put this up here. All right, I want you to look at Clara in the drunk room. while I read this part. All right. Can you guys see enough? Nicotine, thank you so much for supporting my channel. I appreciate you, girl. Similarly, oh wait, let me just go back. I just want to be thorough. I want to be thorough. Nothing and defendant's motion for reconsider. I'm going to read this like, do you guys remember that TikToker? What was her name? What was it? Something for the rebrand. She was that attorney who read court documents. I want to read like her. Nothing and defendant's motion for reconsideration undermines this prior finding, and in fact, the motion only serves to further highlight the speculative and conclusory nature of defendant's claim. Similarly, defendant's additional arguments for reconsideration of the dismissal of the claim for malicious prosecution are misplaced. As this court originally noted, in order to support an action for malicious prosecution in the District of Columbia, a claimant must plead and be able to prove 1, that the underlying suit terminated in claimant's favor, 2, malice on the part of the opposing party, and 3, lack of probable cause for the underlying suit, and 4, special injury occasioned by claimant as the result of the original action. Whether defendant's claim is premised on the prior lawsuit filed by plaintiff, which resulted in a settlement agreement, or on the instant case, in which this court previously denied defendant's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint, defendant has failed to plead sufficient facts to support any one of these 4 elements. Contrary to defendant's assertion, a subjective belief that plaintiff is motivated by malice is insufficient to support such a claim in the absence of any objective evidence to support the reasonableness of such a belief. Wow, Clara, you might want to read that one too. A defendant's oblique references to people who will not let sleeping dogs lie, and the sweeping generalizations that children have just as much access to the internet as others, and, quote, it is often that those with malicious intent leave out bits and pieces as to hide their underhanded, that's that word again, dirty deeds, plots, does not overlook the lack of actual factual support of defendant's claim. See motion at 5,6. Clara, the judge issued a 4-page order on your motion to reconsider, denying it, and she read your ass for fucking filth. For filth. I would be shocked if your attorney does not quit soon. I would. I'd be like, I'm out. Peace out. No, the judge does not like her. This is great. Judge says, I don't care if the defendant's claim is premised on the prior lawsuit filed by the plaintiff, which resulted in a settlement agreement, or on the instant case, in which this case previously denied defendant's motion to dismiss plaintiff's complaint. Let me read that for you in another way. In which this court previously denied Clara's motion to dismiss Hussey's complaint, Clara has failed to plead sufficient facts to support any one of the 4 elements. Contrary to Clara's assertion, a subjective belief that plaintiff is motivated by malice is insufficient to support such a claim in the absence of any objective evidence to support the reasonableness of such a belief. Clara, have you read this? Did your attorney call you yesterday? I tend to believe and think that Clara's attorney did not make her aware of this ruling yesterday. In fact, the attorney probably didn't even know about it until today. It didn't get uploaded till today. Isn't that right, Nikki P? So when Ron and Clara did their little live stream last night over there on Clara's fresh ban evading channel on YouTube, she didn't yet know that this order denying her motion was coming out today. I love that for you, Clara. That's great. She must be in one pissy fucking mood today. What do you guys think? Is she scheduled to go live? Does anybody know? I want to hear a little bit more about Clara's threats to take people to court and all that other stuff. Let's go over to this is last night's stream of Clara's where she had Double Dutch on panel with her. Something I noticed, you see Double Dutch sitting over here on the left and Madame Corbineau over here. When it's your channel and you're the one hosting, this is your place. You sit over here. This is where you sit. So I find it interesting that Ron's sitting there and Claire's over here. Anyway, where were we? 7 minutes, 58 seconds. I'll just pop back to here. All right, let's hear what they're talking about last night, shall we?
Have and admitting to trying to take it away. That's just wild to me. I'm sorry.
For those of you who don't know what the hell Negs is talking about, apparently.
Yeah, nobody knows what the hell Negs is talking about. And we're about to find out that you don't know what the hell you're talking about either. Do you need a judge to tell you how wrong you fucking are here as well, Clarahondra?
At least Sam, during that same stream, admitted that she and Yaba, where's the quote? Hang on.
She's looking for the quote. And spoiler, the quote she's looking for is a fucking Kiwi Farms post that doesn't even quote what I said.
Let me find the quote. I don't want to be inaccurate.
I don't name drop, but it's her channel. She can do whatever she can. I don't name drop anymore. I just talk about the events because shit's gone too far and it's got to be handled in a different manner.
Where is it?
Where is it? It's right here. I found it. Look, you can see that's like she's literally doing a comb over. Sorry, I don't mean to get distracted. Hold on one second. I need to tell my kid I'm still live. And I can look for what she wants later. All right. There we go. You know, my kids who don't talk to me. Anyway, I don't mean to get distracted, but I just, you know, I just noticed. I wonder why I took all those extensions out. I think I have an idea of why Clarahondra took the extensions out. I see it right here. Where is Alex? Where's Banathandra? I think both of those ladies are maybe keyboard napping. Not of the P nod variety. Oh, there's Alex. Alex, would you say this? Can you see that? Can you see my cursor? Let me know. I can't tell. Can you see my cursor or not? Do you see that area I'm speaking of? Right here. Do you think this is why we don't have the extensions anymore? I want to know who told her it was a good idea to put those extensions on her hair in the state it's in. Oh, there you are. Hey, Bunny. What do you mean? Don't start your shit. Hold on. I'm trying to see if you can see my cursor. You can't see my cursor, can you? That sucks. Anyway. Bunny said her professional opinion. She's bald AF. Oh, you can? Okay, that's great. Anyway, so there's the come over that I noticed. I just haven't. What is this? Oh, is that her little AI person? Bitch, you wish. You should. She wishes. Oh, you can't have the penicillin medicine bottle with the bullets and the penicillin across it on the screen on YouTube. You don't want to risk your channel again, do ya? All right, I got ya.
Shit.
Don't forget, she's looking for where I'm quoted as saying something.
Where is it?
Where is it? Who has that Farms quote she's looking for? I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
The quote was, they sure as fuck did try to ruin their business, meaning the store.
She literally just read that off of the fan fiction fucking Farms. And these two jabronis are going to sit here and apply that. Literally, they are presenting that as if that were a direct quote from my mouth. Both of them. Both of them. Clara. Hold on. Nothing in defendant's motion for reconsideration undermines this prior filing, and in fact, the motion only serves to further highlight the speculative and conclusory nature of Clara's claims. Clara, knock it off, bitch, or don't. I mean, you're the one with the bottomless barrel of money, right?
They sure as fuck did. They bragged about it. I love it when people come forward and they openly admit to what they've done. I do. How do you, it's like in Goodwill Hunting. Do you like apples? How do you like them apples?
Well, I know,
yeah.
I know what the next step is. And what we've already spoken about it, but like, I mean, I have been trying.
What's that, Ron? What's the next step there, Ron?
I've been telling people, handle yourselves differently. Because it is not the same situation it was in 2018. It's 2024, almost 2025. And things have escalated to a point where you are actually admitting to trying to rob a family of their income.
That's it.
What was the words? Highly speculative and conclusory nature of defendant's claim. Hold on. Where's my comment? Oh, there it is.
That's right.
On multiple platforms.
Multiple.
That, to me, screams criminal harassment.
Screams criminal harassment. Then take your logic and your story down to the criminal harassment complaint department and fucking do something. I dare you. I dare you.
Right.
Showing up in our town twice, sending people to film me, calling CPS, admitting to that, admission after admission after admission.
Ooh, Christina says Gigi and Hussey got served with a discovery today. You don't say, Christina. AK, where are you? And what can I see? Gigi and Hussey got served with discovery today. You say, Christina. Gigi and Hussey, is that true? Is that why Gigi's been absent the socials today? Is he busy? AK says, yes, they did. Oof. That's always a fun time. There should be a picture of him in the dictionary beside the words criminal harassment. Book Girl 80 says, isn't what they are doing criminal harassment as well? I would think. Beneth Hundred Jean asks, how many pages of discovery? So if this is Claire Hunter's channel, why has Doofus taken over? Good question. Addicted to cold brew. 13 detailed pages each. Really, AK? How detailed? That is so interesting. Is that why you had the long meeting with the attorney last night? I remember you saying that on your stream that you had to get off because you had a long meeting scheduled with the attorney. 13 detailed pages each. Who's going to read Hussey's 13 pages to him? Do you think Gigi will read all 13 detailed pages of his discovery to his mom, his dad, his sister, his friends? Didn't he just get back from Las Vegas? Asking for proof of financial losses? Oh, that's delicious. Okay. Proof of financial losses. What else? That's just one of them. Oh, Hussy, Gigi. I think Hussy is going to have a particularly difficult time showing proof of financial losses, considering Hussith has already sued and settled and accused and claimed that an entirely different, separate person altogether caused his loss of his financial losses during the same time period that he's now claiming you were at fault for that. Remember? Hey, girl. Hey. Oh my gosh. Were you here when we discovered that Clara's motion for reconsideration on half of her counterclaim against Hussey that got dismissed has been denied? And then also we hear breaking news. Hussey and Snifford have been served with discovery in their case with AK, 13 detailed pages each. One item that has been demanded of Hussey and Gigi is proof of the financial losses that they're claiming. So much fun. So exciting.
I am blown away. I know what's going to happen next.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
the ball will be in their court.
Yep.
And I hope that they make the right decisions, because I don't give a fuck about this being content. I know I'd rather
Right.
talk about
I
other
can't
things,
tell.
consciousness and mental
I
illness.
can't tell. I bet you better leave us the fuck alone, sir and ma'am. I bet that's what the fuck the two of you should do, considering on July the 27th. The two of yous, ever since July the 27th, the two of yous have been making content out of the unthinkable and invading our privacy and literally not just attempting to damage our business, but literally calling for us to lose our income and our business, our YouTube channels, our merch stores, calling for people to pull all support. You really think you're going to do something? I mean, whatever. Alex says, I'm going to send you a clip of Clara. By her own words, she will keep attempting until she gets a win. Thank you, Alex.
And
okay, thank you.
and bans and all this other shit, right? But hearing that somebody is genuinely out to try and ruin what you spend hundreds of hours creating.
Yep.
For no reason. No, zero. No.
That's what you and your female girlfriend are doing. How many times did the two of you since July 27th tell us repeatedly, there's no coming back from this? You're done. It's over. You're canceled. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. There's no coming back from this. Give me a fucking break. Get out of my face. Fallen Angel _6969. Why does everything he say sound threatening? Because everything Ronald Corbin says on the internet, especially and including when directed at myself or my wife, is a threat. Thank you for your super chat and for supporting my channel. I appreciate you. Amy May says Ron forgot what his content used to be.
No reason at all. There's no reason for it. It's insane. So I'm not going to engage with it. I'm just going to do legally what I have to do.
Yep.
Because.
Yep. So if I were everyone, I would dial down the threats.
Who's threatening? Yeah. Who are you talking to? You two are the only one going around threatening anybody. Show me where I've threatened somebody with anything.
I would stop trying to distract from much larger problems that we are all very much aware of.
Yeah.
And I'm serious that that is something that no matter how hard people stretch it or try, you cannot say about the two of us. And what did I say back when I was covering Nick Rekieta? What did I say? You cannot come back from anything involving children.
No, you can't. You can't.
No, you can't.
You can't. That's no, especially after if you've raised money on it. God damn it. I mean, like when
Interesting. Hold on. Let me get my phone. I can't share clips from Twitter that are DM'd, but yeah, I can't do that. I can play it though. All right. Oh, that's the date. Is that January 6th? Let me see. Hold on. January 16th. Okay. January 16th. Wow. Okay. Hold on. All right. Here we go.
I don't care what I have to sell. I don't care how much it costs. I am going to stick with this until the bitter end, until we get a judgment in our favor. And from what I'm told by my lawyer, and our lawyer, I should say, not just my lawyer, we have a really, really, really strong case because they used our pictures. They used my name. I don't care what I have to sell. I don't care how much it costs. I am going to stick with this until the bitter end.
Goofy dumb goofy hoe bitch. Thank you so much for being a member for 25 months. Shamrocks for sure. Don't you have to lose to come back? Excellent point. Thank you so much, ma'am.
I am beaten half to death for so many years for raising money for my son's funeral, and they can raise money off the back of a pedophile and it's okay. No, I'm not playing this shit.
Why do you keep saying we raised money off the back?
No, fuck you. If you are going to accuse somebody of something serious, then you goddamn well better have proof.
Yes, that's slander. Thank you, Lisa Simpson.
Anymore, right?
Keep it up, though. Go ahead. Drag us into court. Put us in front of a judge. Bring in the lawyers. I can promise you, no matter how the two of you try to spin that whole situation regarding Jesse and everything surrounding it, a judge and a jury will be sympathetic to us in that matter, not you. Definitely not you. But the two of you want to roll those dice and you want to see? Okay. Let's see whose side a judge and jury will take when we go and expose all of that and hash over every single minute of every single thing the two of you have done and said since July 27th with regards to that situation.
Right.
It's just yeah, I am fine. I don't know. I mean, like, people have asked me if I'm fine if I'm calm
Debbie says I want them to roll the dice.
or if I'm raging. It's gotta, yeah, I'm good.
Banathandra says, but Glinda wanted head pats and clout and raised money. Also, not your son, Ron. Exactly. You guys have to remember, he has twisted that shit so fucking far out of left field. The people who were here when that shit happened, November of 2017, and remember how that went down. There was absolutely nothing out there to support Ron's claim that that was his child. The obituary was already out. Like, there was nothing. Even we're not going to rehash it all here and now. We don't need to. Jordy, City of Thieves, thank you so much for joining memberships. Forever a basic Betty, you shall be. There were very, very legitimate reasons why there were questions. Very serious questions about the validity of Ron's story regarding that boy. Period. very legitimate and valid reasons to seriously question the validity of Ron's story regarding that boy. And he has, over the last 7 years, changed that and twisted it and turned it and restructured it and rephrased it. And he literally convinced himself that, oh, he didn't do nothing wrong and all he did was lose a child and bury a child, and these mean, fat lesbians on the internet harassed him because of it. And really, truly, especially those of us who were there and saw it all and know everything and were there through the whole thing, really, truly, that's what makes us hate you so much, Ron. Because we know the truth. You know the truth. We all know you're full of fucking shit where your story with that boy is concerned. You know what you've done. Yes, that's why we fucking hate you. Skeeter Jerkins was involved in that. Yeah, wasn't it Skeeter who was with him at the house when Ron's mom came over to let him know the news? Ron wasn't even notified by the boy's family. Ron's mom found out. And Skeeter Jerkins was at Ron's house when Ron's mom came and told him. That's right. And then Skeeter Jerkins and Ron were good friends with Angry Veteran and Sean, Tomahawk Sean, who was at the time Trisha's husband. And that's how it got out, Trisha told. See, there's truth, Ron, Clara, and then there's speculative and conclusory bullshit. Flat out fucking lies. That's what you've been doing for the last 7 fucking years regarding that kid. And you're mad at us because we are not fucking having it. Huh. Oh, well. What do you think? You're going to take me and Yaba in front of a fucking judge and jury and tell that story? And you think you're just going to be able to tell your lies and your convoluted, delusional fucking version of that shit? And we're going to be slapped with what? A civil judgment and criminal charges? You're fucking delusional, dude. You would think at some point your fucking mom would step in. You think old Cindy's not watching my live streams? Absolutely she is. Cindy, I know you're listening. And if not, you're on the replay gang and you're listening now. Shame on you, woman. Shame on you for letting your son go around doing this shit. You need to have this thing removed from your mother's house. Shame on you for that too, Cindy. Shame on you for that. Last minute, Laura says, you mean Taylor? Yeah, Taylor, you weirdo. I haven't been back on the live me since last Tuesday, August the 20th, but I suspect Taylor over there is probably back there dropping hundos. I'm sure it's raining gold fingers over there and rainbow fucking unicorns.
Actually, I'm really
He's
good. I just got off work, and yeah, I mean, talked to some people today, saw family, got to spend it. I got dogs and a bunch of love around me. Everything's good.
And also, since none of you know Negs,
He didn't mention his girlfriend. Listen.
Actually, I'm really
He's
good.
very
I just got off work. Yeah, I'm good. Actually, I'm really
He's
good.
very
I just got off work,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, I mean, talked to some people today, saw family, got to spend it. I got dogs and a bunch of love around me. Everything's good.
and also since
What was that, Clara? What was that, Clara? Sorry, I keep interrupting you.
Spend it. I got dogs and a bunch of love around me. Everything's good.
And also, since none of you know Negs in real life, even though a lot of you think you do,
From the sound of it, you don't know him in real life. Right, Principal Todd? If I had to settle for Clara, I wouldn't boast about my girlfriend either.
Because you watch us on TV, you know, and you think that you know us personally. I can count on the fingers of one hand and have fingers left over of how many people in chat actually know me. And very
Freya's cat, no. No, he was not. No, he was not.
few people know Negs. I mean, really know him. So I can tell you that the work
Look at it. Watch. I want you to watch Ron's facial expressions as he rocks back and forth in his chair while Clara licks his taint for everybody on the internet. Watch. Look at him. He's such a special boy while his mommy girlfriend is stroking his ego and taking up for him on the internet. Look, she even let him sit in the channel owner's chair.
really know him. So I can tell you
Nobody knows Ronnie like Clara.
that the work that Negs has put into making himself better, improving himself, doing the work with whatever. You see, there soft resets comment.
Well, what were you saying? What happened to your speech? Did you not think that out? Did you not think it through before you started talking, and then you forgot what you're supposed to? Look at that. That was fun. I want to hear that again. Tell us all about it, Clara. Tell us about Ronnie. How nobody knows him, and he's such a special boy.
Personally, I can count on the
soft reset must have blocked me because I cannot see them.
Fingers of one hand and have fingers left over of how many people in chat actually know me. And very few people know Negs. I mean, really know him. So I can tell you that the work that Negs has put into making himself better, improving himself, doing the work with whatever. You see, there soft resets comment is a great example. You don't know him, soft reset. You don't live with him.
Oh, thank God. Thank God they put it on the board. Soft reset has me blocked. Bet soft blocked you, Sam, and all your mods like a chicken. Yeah, for sure. Soft reset said, Negs, you ain't fine generally. With peace and love, maybe check in with your doctor. I'm not trying to be a shy bag. I cannot believe that Clara let that comment from Soft Reset derail her little speech she was making. I would have let that one go. Soft Reset got blocked in Claire's chat. That's why they're not on the replay. Well, I couldn't see him in my chat the other day neither.
You don't see him every day.
But
you don't understand. I mean, this is the person I was side-eyeing in chat, by the way.
They're obvious trolls.
Hey, Vicky.
How do you know I'm not fine? Generally with peace and love, maybe check in with your doc. I'm not trying to be.
Amy May says, we do know him, Clara. He talks to us more than he talks to you. Oof, Amy May, that is what we call a banger over here.
What do you mean peace and love?
Right.
That's all I give people.
That Soft Reset was telling you with peace and love. I'm saying this to you with peace and love. Maybe check in with your doctor. That's what Soft Reset was saying. These two idiots didn't realize that. He's literally taking offense to this. This is why I say that Ron Corbin is a narcissistic sociopath. Look at this shit.
They're obvious trolls.
Hey, Vicky.
How do you know I'm not fine? Generally with peace and love, maybe check in with your doc. I'm not trying to be. What do you mean peace and love?
Right.
What do you mean peace and love? That's all I give out is peace and love.
That's all I give people is peace and love. You think I'm out here like on the streets causing trouble and stuff?
Clara, you can't tell your female boyfriend that he's his misunderstanding. See, Soft Reset, that's why you were better off over here. Instead, you got yourself mixed up with these jabronis. I know what you were saying. You were saying with peace and love. I'm coming to you with peace and love. And look, you got attacked. You got abused. That's what you get. That's what you get.
What do you mean peace and love?
Right.
That's all I give people is peace and love. You think I'm out here like on the streets causing trouble and stuff? I mean, like I have you know what? The thing that I don't care about the rest of your question. How do you know I'm not fine?
Mhm.
That's what I want to know. Like, what do you,
Look at Clara. She's so inappropriate in her facial expressions, her reactions, her everything is so inappropriate. Like, Clara, this is your man. Y'all have been together for a couple of years now. We can tell he's not fine, and we know you know he's not fine. You wanna know how we know that you know he's not fine? Well, there's this. Can somebody help me and date this for me? I'm sure AK or Alex probably could, but this is a message written by you, Clara. It says, I'm not going to sit talking. She's talking to Ron, by the way, in a public Discord. Don't worry, these are not DMs. This is a public conversation in their Discord. Their whole community was participating. Mrs. Neg says to Ron, Clara says to Ron, I'm not going to sit here and give you a checklist of how to fix things because our brains are wired differently. The things that bother you wouldn't affect me in the same way because I don't suffer with bipolar and PTSD. So anything I or someone else who's not going through what you are won't understand your struggles. All I can do is love you and support what you do. Damn, I'm never going to find my window again. Hold on. There it is. Dude's not okay. Like, we can see it. You know that, but look at you. Look at you with this weird fucking smirk on your face while this delusional, mentally ill, unstable, whack job, my opinions, based on my experiences with the fellow, is literally like, I'm fine.
oh, they're timed out now. I got
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, I wonder who timed him out. Who do you guys think timed him out? Beth Thomas doesn't even have a wrench. Do you guys see that? What a fucking slap in the face to Beth Thomas. I just noticed that. Beth, you do not deserve to live with that disrespect over there. The trauma. I mean, DC started streaming on this channel back on Saturday. This took place Monday night. I see OGD Higgins has a wrench. I see the real Cochetter has a wrench. Anna Nicole has a wrench, but not Beth Thomas. Anna Nicole has a wrench over Beth Thomas. Beth Thomas is the real one, motherfucker. Beth Thomas is the most loyal of loyal, trustworthy supporters the two of you have. And you didn't even give her a wrench? And it's not even Clara. No, I should say it's not just Clara who did not give Beth Thomas a wrench. Clara did not give her a wrench, and Ron also did not give her a wrench. Ron is signed in to the DC Returns YouTube account and is hosting this stream from that account. He could have given Beth Thomas a wrench. Beth, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve that. We're here for you, Beth, should you decide that enough is enough.
Yeah,
is
that
it because
person,
I'm not saying cunt and go fuck yourself, you fucking retard? Is that what you want?
Amy May says, Beth, you give them your whole check and they don't even trust you with a wrench. Laughing emoji.
no, that person talks
right,
an
Brioche.
enormous amount of shit about us in different chats. That was the first person I side-eyed in chat. And I knew that something was going to happen. I knew that person was going to do something.
So Clara is admitting that even though some of the grift gang have started to find their way and be welcomed over there in the attic chats, she definitely has a list of people from the grift gang who she is side-eyeing. And Soft Reset was the first one to get the axe And DC, I don't know why DC talks so fucking much, but she does let everyone know. Grift Gang and, well, Fail Farmers, you're pretty much safe because she's desperate for your approval, your attention, and your respect. But Grift Gang, you're on notice. She is side-eyeing you in the chat. Vicky White, you're being side-eyed in the chat. Know that. No Name? Girl, No Name don't even have a wrench. Wowzer.
So, they can be blocked permanently as far as I'm concerned. I've seen enough of their handiwork in other chats. I know what they actually think.
Troll.
Yeah.
It was obvious troll. I mean.
Right.
Bradley said, come towards the light, Beth. Stephanie sees it. I was typing the exact words.
Wow, 107 people in chat. Isn't that cool? All right. We're already doing better
Atta girl.
than people who stream every single day and can't make more than 30, 40 people, and they're the same people over and over again.
Isn't that what she gets typically?
I'm seeing a lot of new faces, and I want to welcome everybody. Thank you for being here.
Welcome. Yeah.
Literally in the same breath that she lets us know that she's side-eyeing Grift Gang members in the chat, they welcome everyone to the chat. I love that shit.
I've never attempted this before, but I know there's a lot of people out there that don't like me, and this isn't a campaign.
Did you hear him say he's never attempted this before? This is a regular part of your cycle, sir. Please continue, though. Please continue.
In the campaign, this is me just being like, hey, I'm not a bad dude, so if you're treating me like shit because of something somebody told you, talk to me. And then
I've never done this before. Do you mean you've never done this on Clara's Fresh Bannovating channel? Is that what you mean?
And if beyond that you still hate me because of a lie, you want to believe the lie that I would talk to a therapist. Right. I mean, I'm not even joking about that because this stuff is this internet thing with everybody is becoming so serious. It's literally mutilating our society.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. I mean, this is something that we've talked about a lot, and it's something that I know I want to talk about a lot on this channel because I'm very, very, very concerned.
Our Pan of Perpetual Pundu. Yes, you are. So sorry, but that's okay because we love our replay gang. And make sure you catch today's replay. This has been a fucking banger.
Some people think that that's
here. I'll turn the DVR off. I don't care. It'll be fine. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I'll turn it off. Then whoever needs to scroll back can scroll back. Dang, if I can find the window. There it is. I meant I'll turn it on. Where is it? Stream settings, DVR. There you go. All right. I don't know where I'm at. There we go.
I'm reflecting my age. Well, what other age do you want me to be? This is the age I am. Okay. And I am looking at what's going on and I'm concerned and I don't like it. And I'm not just talking about what happened to us or what happened to other people. I'm not even talking about this community, not this community, but in general, the hemisphere of shit.
Okay, shut up. Hold on. Is it this one? No. Give me a second. Because I was looking for something kind of specific. Oh, there's this. Do you guys remember Clara used to always say, or Clara just recently, in fact, I think it was Saturday's debut stream on her Bannovating channel. This is the first we're hearing Clara say that when she lost her YouTube channel in February of 2023, that was her sole source of income. But prior to this past Saturday and her saying this, she had always maintained that YouTube was in fact not her sole source of income, and that it was merely a hobby. Well, here's a public Discord chat message in a public Discord that says there's a difference though between people who rely on the internet for their income and those who stream and upload as a hobby. The stakes aren't as high for those who have jobs outside of YouTube, etc. This is it. This is what I'm looking for, I believe. Yes, here it is. Okay, great. This is going back to Saturday, but it's totally fine. Oops. Come on.
Brigade My Channel. We all know exactly what community that brigading came from, where it originated. At that time, YouTube was my sole source of income. All right. My house was not yet on the market. And when I sold my house, I sold it at a huge loss. And so I had money that I was living off of. But I relied on the YouTube income as my sole source of income. And it was taken away from me because reasons. And people can claim that, oh God, here goes somebody. And people can claim that they were justified as much as they want. They were not. They were not. Negs was not responsible for me losing my channel. I was responsible. I should have set that stream to 18 plus, and I wouldn't have had that problem. Negs was playing a clip of a movie that you can rent on YouTube. You cannot rent pornography on YouTube. All right. But again, at the time, it was my sole source of income, and people wanted me gone. They wanted to silence me.
That's wild, Clara. Okay. Hold on, not that one. Give me a second. Here it is. That one and that one. Yep. All right. This is from last night. We're bopping back to last night. This is an interesting part. Something I found interesting. Gooby dumb, gooby ho, bitch. Thank you so much for the super chat. What happened to It's Just the Internet? Yeah, whatever happened to that? No clue. Let's see.
Obviously the same person. Oh, guess what, Negs?
Guess what, Negs? Listen to this.
They're obviously the same person. Oh, guess what, Negs? I have some news.
Jacob butt. What?
I've got news. So I finally found out. Thank you, Kiwi Farms, for listening to a stream earlier that I have no intention of listening to myself. I finally found out where the money laundering lie came from. You ready for this, Negs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was just adjusting my lighting. That's all.
Okay. A couple of, I think last year I said something off the cuff about you'll never find my money. Sam used that as proof. I know for a fact, remember, I know for a fact, not it is my opinion, not I believe this is happening. No, I know for a fact that I was money laundering based on an off-the-cuff comment that I made, that nobody would ever find my money. Can I explain something? Can I explain something very simple to everyone? Nobody launders $7,000. Nobody would.
I love how she's confirmed out of her own mouth yet again that she contributed $7,000 of the $10,000 that went into that Kickstarter, but that's not the point here. That's not the point. Continue.
Nobody would launder money through such an obvious place.
A public thing.
Right.
Public, very public.
Nobody would launder money through a public GoFundMe attached to someone I am in a relationship with. You buy a car wash, you buy a nail salon, you do what they did in Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul. That's how you launder money. And and you don't need to launder money unless you're dealing with millions and millions and millions of dollars.
You see it now that we're using the attic to launder it.
Yeah, well, I can assure you that millions of dollars are not flowing through there. But anyway,
people will be like,
right. And if you want to hide your money, not that I'm an expert, move your money offshore. You don't hide it by putting it in a fucking Kickstarter. But I'm glad that we have you on the record
Joanna Freedom says this will be used in court. LOL.
saying that you know for a fact that I was involved in a felony. Because, as I said, laundering money is always connected to illegal proceeds from.
I'm sorry. This is giving. Oh shoot! I closed it. Whatever it was that judge said. Speculative compulsory compulsion.
Drug dealing, from any kind of criminal activity.
Mhm.
So you accuse me of being a criminal, and then accuse me of being involved in some kind of racketeering enterprise.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like the judge in your Washington D.C. case with Hussey has kind of spoken out against this what they call it, speculative and conclusory nature of your claims. You know, Clara. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not smart like you.
So I've made a note of that.
You've made a note of that?
You, Sam.
Okay. Yes. Thank you. And thank you, Clara. And thank you, Lisa Simpson, for this little treasure.
Guess what? Here's another announcement. Now that my house is sold, the fundraiser is closed. The legal fundraiser is closed. I am now paying for all my legal expenses out of my own pocket. I am not raising any more money from my audience to pay for a lawyer, because I can afford to pay for the lawyer on my own. Just as I said, once I sold my home, the legal fundraiser would be closed. It has been closed now for quite some time. Yesterday, the money was transferred.
I call bullshit on the legal fundraiser as well. How much did they claim they raised on the legal fundraiser? That is separate from the Kickstarter, right?
Transferred into my account, and it was promptly hidden.
What was that?
Guess what? Here's another. My account, and it was promptly hidden. My account, and it was promptly hidden. Money was transferred. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account, and it was promptly hidden. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account, and it was promptly hidden. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account, and it was promptly hidden. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account, and it was promptly hidden.
I also have the clip of her saying something like, and I believe she's speaking directly to Hussey regarding the civil lawsuit that he had pending against her at the time. He was speaking directly to Hussey and said that Hussey will never find her money. That Hussey and Hussey's attorney would never find her money. How much did they come back and say that they raised in the war chest? Also highly suspicious of some sort of impropriety. You know, Ron and Clara want to talk. They have been. Ron and Clara have been talking cash money shit the last couple of weeks, trying to paint this picture that Yaba and I have been trying to thwart their business and take everything away from them, and that they've been once again for the umpteenth time in the last 2 years been threatening some sort of legal cause of action against us, some civil litigation claiming that we have damaged their business and their income purposely by doing X, Y, and Z. All of these accusations, all of the accusations that can be and will be, I assure you, found by a court to be highly speculative and conclusory in nature. But never mind the fact that Ron and Clara have hosted numerous streams over the last several weeks, providing timestamps, links and timestamps to Yaba's content on YouTube and directing their audiences and their supporters to report these timestamps in an effort to get Yaba's channel terminated. Like, how can you seriously get up there and make these threats and claims that you're going to sue us for damaging you and your business and your reputation and whatever all these other highly speculative and conclusory accusations are you throwing around out there when you're doing that shit? And you're not just saying, hey guys, here's timestamps and links to Yaba's content on YouTube. Go report this and get her taken down. No, you're saying because the reason you should do this, the reason you should mass report Yaba and get her channel taken down is because Yaba and Sam are pedophile supporters, pedophile apologists, pedophile adjacent, and very likely pedophiles themselves. That's the shit you dumb fucks have been saying for the last month while literally begging these people, our viewers, our shared audiences, and providing them with all of the information and instruction needed to mass report our channels and get us terminated off the platform because you say that we're pedophiles or pedophile adjacents or pedophile apologists. So again, I'll say again, I fucking dare you to do something, you dumb bitch and your dumb bitch of a boyfriend. I fucking dare you. Do it. Let's hear it again.
All my legal expenses
Well, I think it was
out of
here.
my own pocket. Closed now for quite some time. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account and it was promptly hidden. Closed now for quite some time. Yesterday, the money was transferred into my account and it was promptly hidden.
All right, there we are.
I appreciate that.
This is getting strange because, look, man, I've hung out with a lot of shady people in my life, and they never talked about shit they did.
Nope.
They did it. They even if you're like, "Did you hear what happened?" They'd be like, "Yeah." They wouldn't tell you anything about it. But now I'm hearing clips and I'm hearing things of people saying, like with the whole business, with the business.
Right.
I'm like, you can't do that. And why would you go on a public platform and say that?
Right.
Why would you go on a public platform, record yourself admitting to something that is civil and I don't know at this point, maybe criminal. I don't know. It's like, well, it's like, well, it's time to ruin everybody's lives, but not us, but them. This isn't going to fare well. They're not going to. This isn't going to make them rich. This isn't going to make the pedophile husbands go away.
Right.
This isn't going to make any of that go away.
Right.
Zero. But coming out and admitting, like, every source of income I have and admitting to trying to take it away, that's just wild to me. I'm sorry.
For those of you who don't know what the hell Negs is talking about, apparently Sam, during that same stream, admitted that she and Yaba, where's the quote? Hang on. Let me find the quote. I don't want to be inaccurate.
I don't name drop, but it's her channel. She can do whatever she can. I don't name drop anymore. I just talk about the events because shit's gone too far and it's got to be handled in a different manner.
Where is it? Shit. Where is it? The quote was, they sure as fuck did try to ruin their business, meaning the store. They sure as fuck did. They bragged.
That's a quote from the fan fiction farmers. I love that. Yeah, where's the clip, Clara? Where's the clip?
About it. I love it when people come forward and they openly admit to what they've done. I do. How do you, it's like in Goodwill Hunting. Do you like apples? How do you like them apples?
Well, I know,
yeah.
I know what next step is. And what we've already spoken about it, but like, I mean, I have been telling people, handle yourselves differently, because it is not the same situation it was in 2018. This is 2024, almost 2025. And things have escalated to a point where you are actually admitting to trying to rob a family of their income.
That's right.
On multiple platforms.
Multiple.
That, to me, screams criminal harassment.
Right.
Showing up in our town twice, sending people to film me, calling CPS, admitting to that, admission after admission after admission. I am blown away. I know what's going to happen next.
You think you're blown away now, sir? You think you're blown away now? Yeah, but says Ron, it's too late, as if we haven't taken action, as if Gina hasn't taken action. You're an actual clown. Good luck, boy.
And then the ball will be in their court. And I hope that they make the right decisions, because I don't give a fuck about this being content. I know I'd rather talk about other things, consciousness and mental illness and fucking bands and all this other shit, right? But hearing that somebody is genuinely out to try and ruin what you spend hundreds of hours creating for no reason, no reason at all. There's no reason for it.
God, what is this? What do they call this? Is this what they call histrionics? It's
insane. So,
right, Amy May? I can't wait for them to prove Sam had a pew pew. Cannot wait to hear this. Same.
I'm not going to engage with it. I'm just going to do legally what I have to do. Because.
So if I were everyone, I would dial down the threats.
Terry says, Sam, does she sometimes tell him lies to get him all worked up? I think so. That is my opinion, just from what I observe, not only from what they themselves say and post publicly online, but also private conversations that we have been made privy to by the other parties involved in those private conversations, who have felt the need to, for whatever reason that has nothing to do with me. Those people have felt compelled to share those private conversations with the public. And for that, we're grateful. Ron and Clara know how bad they messed up. They are both deflecting from that. Absolutely. They do. She plays along with his crazy. Clara has done Ronald more damage than anyone. Yep.
I would stop trying to distract from much larger problems that we are all very much aware of.
Yeah.
And I'm serious that that is something that no matter how hard people stretch it or try, you cannot say about the two of us. And what did I say back when I was covering Nick Rekieta? What did I say? You cannot come back from anything involving children.
No, you can't. You can't.
No, you can't.
Yeah, that's no, especially after if you've raised money on it. God damn it. I mean, like when I am.
Why does Ron Corbin keep saying that my wife and I raised money, to quote him, raised money on the back of why does he keep saying that? Can anybody in chat help me understand where that's coming from? Anyone? Was Hillbilly Belinda not present in the chat on Clara's fresh new ban evading YouTube channel last evening? Is there a reason why Belinda wasn't in chat?
¿Cómo está, mi amigos?
I cannot believe I just did that. Oh, look. This is after the fan fiction fail farmers came in. Look, there's Strawberry Douche. There is Olive LOL Oil. Oh, look at that. I'm pretty sure Sama's in there too. Raven Star. Nice. I forget where we were though.
Ruin people's lives for no reason there. And I went to the kibbutz, and of course they wouldn't let us on, but
I am.
Oh my God.
girlfriends, whatever.
What is he doing with this? Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta see what's going on here.
And the A-logging is a little too intense. You know, it's the same feeling.
Oh, Belinda admitted she was asked not to raise money, Sassy Mama. She did. She absolutely did.
Here.
Here.
A stream the other day. And I talked to Yabba, texted her. We texted back and forth, and she's like, "You ain't." I said, "Give me your cash app, bitch." She's like, "No, I don't need no help. I don't want no help." She, how she, whatever. So I'm like, well, here's what I'm gonna. I didn't tell her that, but I thought, here's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So, but as far as how I'd like to help her, I think I told you. We're gonna do a reaction to some of her best roasts. I found one. Somebody had a copy of it and uploaded it. I forgot where the hell it was at. But we're gonna react to that, and I'm gonna, promote that merch store, get people to order all that stuff. Because I read on the forums too that, and it made sense that it might keep her busy too, But when I texted her, she was like, "No, I don't need no help. We're good. We're good. We're good." And I think I know her well enough to say that she could be going through the shit and she would not tell you. I texted, but I was like, "Listen here, mind your damn business. Send me some damn videos you got deleted." And my God, she sent me too. But it's the type of person I believe that if she needed help, she is not going to fucking ask for it. She's not going to fucking do it. Okay. Yeah. Raising 3 kids, honey, is expensive. Yeah. Hit them damn cash apps and all that stuff. That's hers. I asked her for a damn PayPal. Bitch never text me. Hold on. If she's got a PayPal, somebody knows about it, send it to me. Did she message me back? Yeah, she messaged me back to tell me not to do this. Nikki P, people keep talking about what Yabba is entitled to. Yabba didn't ask for a fundraiser. She stated clearly that the father of her children made sure they were all well looked after. Yes, she did. And she told me that personally too. I'm doing this because I fucking want to. And I think we need to. Even if we just come together and put love in the chat for her and let her know we all love her and we're thinking about her. You know what I'm saying? However, I think, she ain't gonna tell you if she does need help.
Anyway, thank you for that. Appreciate that.
I get when I look at some of those Twitter accounts that go after Chantal, and it's the level of hatred and vitriol, and it's like
Martian Ness Darby in Clara's chat says, "Clara, your hair is looking snatched AF." Yeah, it looks like her hair got snatched right off her fucking scalp. That's what her hair looks like, Marcianess.
What is wrong with you? You don't even know this woman. Getting that focus.
That's right, Nick. It's Peen. She says the farms claims I was in those streams and said nothing. Nikki spent the first stream correcting everyone. You sure did. We've seen the screenshots. Hell, we don't even need to see the screenshots. Belinda read your comments out loud and responded to them. Yeah, her hair snatched all right the fuck out of her scalp.
Focused and that obsessed with somebody that you've never met on the internet is weird to me. Oh, great. Here we go.
It's very weird. I mean, like,
hey, Vera Charles.
The whole
Didn't
thing.
He take that from his factory jump.
The Principal Todd, and I'll tell you all, it was an incident that led to criminal charges being pressed against 2 other minors, one for making a death threat and the other for having a handgun.
That's wild because your behavior on the internet has resulted in you being criminally charged with 2 counts. One of them, a death threat. That's wild.
So it was a
Right.
legitimate threat.
Yeah.
My son was threatened. My boyfriend will shoot you.
Hmm. Those words.
Yeah. So I mean, like, if you think me being hard on the principal publicly over a gun threat is too much, then you obviously either don't have children or you're just a fucking psychopath.
Right.
Is-
Right. It was a serious issue. It was a serious problem. And nobody can take anything for granted when it comes to kids in middle school or high school who are threatening each other with weapons or threatening to get their older siblings, boyfriends, girlfriends, whatever, to come to a middle school and shoot someone. You know, it's a threat that has to be taken very, very seriously.
Because if you didn't miss it, we're the mass shooting capital of the world, I guess. I don't know. You notice you don't hear about this stuff hardly anymore. That's weird. But yeah, it's school shootings are a thing that happen.
Yeah.
And if your child is threatened, then yeah, I'm gonna take care of it, dude. You don't understand me. I have been in an office with the athletic director, the principal, the vice principal, the counselor. All these men at the same time came into this room to try to intimidate me over the way they treated my son.
Another son, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did, Ron. Tell us all about it.
another son years ago. And I sat there and I cut every single fucking one of them down to their ankles and left. They had nothing to say once I started talking. They thought I was
I
some
do too, Bradley D. I do too. I feel gaslit right now as well. I really do.
dumb fucking hick with tattoos. You know, I'm going to protect my kids at all costs. That's what I'm saying.
Fucking clown. All right, listen, guys, we could be here all day. Oh, wait. Oh my God. No. Before I go, I do want to read a little bit of the discovery that was served on Hussey and what's his name? Hold on, let me make sure. Okay. The discovery that was dumped on Hussey and what's his name? God dang it, Snifford today. I know Lisa Simpson is excited. Yes, Nicketh Peen, are you excited? Ivana, are you excited? We're gonna read it here first. I know, very exciting. I feel like I should write down the timestamp of when I got around to it. I know I promised a timestamp yesterday and I didn't. 2:28:55. Jesus. Sorry, guys. It's gonna be a long one. Okay, ready? Uh-huh. All right. Let's see. Interrogatories. 1, identify each person other than a person intended to be called as an expert witness at trial, having discoverable information that tends to support a position that you have taken or intend to take in this action, including any claim for damages, and state the subject matter of the information possessed by that person. Ooh, I can see already this is going to keep old Snifford and Husseth quite busy. 2, identify each person whom you expect to call as an expert witness at trial. State the subject matter on which the expert is expected to testify. State the substance of the findings and opinions to which the expert is expected to testify, and a summary of the grounds for each opinion. And with respect to an expert whose findings and opinions were acquired in anticipation of litigation or for trial, summarize the qualifications of the expert, state the terms of the expert's compensation, and attach to your answers any available list of publications written by the expert and any written report made by the expert concerning the expert's findings and opinions. Oof. Snifford, this is going to hurt just a little. Just a little. 3, number 3. If you intend to rely upon any documents, electronically stored information, or tangible things to support a position that you have taken or intend to take in the action, including any claim for damages, provide a brief description by category and location of all such documents, electronically stored information, and tangible things, and identify all persons having possession, custody, or control of them. Wow. That's going to probably cost some money. I don't know. I'm not familiar with how these things work. Where's your expert witness? Thank you for that, Bradley D. That was a banger. Yes, this is AK's request for discovery from Hussey and Clifford for anyone not following or coming in late. Let me put that on the board. Thank you, Nicketh. Hold on. Oh, I should probably take these jabronis off. There we go. Okay. Number 5. I like this one. This is funny. Number 5. If you are currently employed in any capacity, identify each current employer and for each employment, state A, your job title, B, your duties, C, the number of hours in your average work week, D, your regular pay period, E, your gross wages per pay period, and F, the deductions per pay period made by your employer from your wages. If overtime work was available to you during the past 12 months, state A, the number of overtime hours you worked during the 12 months and your rate of pay for those hours, and B, the number of overtime hours that were available to you during the 12 months but that you did not work and the rate of pay you would have received if you had worked those hours. This is savage. Savage. All right, 6, for each employment that you have had during the past 5 years, Snifford, we're looking at you. For each employment that you've had during the past 5 years, other than any current employment, identify each employer and for each employment state A, the dates of employment, B, your duties, C, your wages, and D, your reason for leaving the job. If you were unemployed for any period of time, specify the amount and source of any income that you received while unemployed. 7, identify the sources and amounts of all taxable and non-taxable income you received during the past 5 years. Number 8, describe the nature and amount of any fringe benefits that you receive as a result of your employment. Number 9, if you are presently or have been any time during the last 5 years self-employed, for each self-employment, state the trade name and exact name used, the address of the business, describe the type of business, itemize the income and expenses and assets and liabilities on a year-by-year basis for the last 5 calendar years and through the present year to date, specifying in your answer the date to which your figures run. It being understood that this, as well as all other interrogatories propounded, are continuing and require supplementation from time to time to date of trial. Wow. Applause in the chat for AK and AK's attorney, the distinguished, I don't remember what his name was, but that right there is what we call around here a fucking banger. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I will see you tomorrow.
No, fuck you. If you